Hello guys, and welcome to a new War Thunder video today by me, Vulcan. Today I'm going to be looking at the Beaufighter, and if you're wondering why I'm bringing another War Thunder video so soon after my last, is because I haven't actually managed to get any videos out this week, and that's been because last weekend I was actually at I-48. I mentioned it in my other video, but basically it's a big LAN festival thingamajiggy, and I was basically away for I think 4 days, and I came back really tired, so I haven't had a chance to get anything done the last couple of days. So today is going to be the first day of which I am getting back on schedule. For those of you wondering, DayZ will be out on Saturday as usual. I will have another War Thunder video on Sunday, and also this Friday I've got my normal or probably the last of the War Game European Escalation tutorials. This one will be looking at the helicopters on the pack side. But anyway, today we're looking at the Beaufighter on the British side, and the reason for this is because you guys in the last War Thunder video voted that I do this aircraft. And basically, from now on, I'm looking at specific aircraft, and I've got a list of all the ones you've suggested so far. So I'll do them in order, and basically, if you have any specific aircraft that you would like me to take a decent look at, then let me know, and I'll try and get around to it as soon as possible. Please bear in mind I'm only up to rank 8 in every Air Force so far, so anything that's ranked higher may take me longer to get, and therefore may be delayed slightly, or I may not even get around to doing it at all, so please bear that in mind. I honestly don't have an amazing amount of time to play this, although I really do enjoy the game, so that is a problem. Anyway, the Beaufighter. Very powerful plane. A lot of people underestimate it, but there's two variants that you can get early on, which is the two I'm going to be sharing with you today. I've got the Beaufighter Mark 6C and the Beaufighter Mark 10. Now, the Beaufighter Mark 6C is a anti-ship, like anti-sea aircraft. Comes with a torpedo potentially, but you don't have to take the torpedo. You can take it without a torpedo, and then it becomes a really good interceptor. It's very fast with its two engines, and basically it can keep its speed over long distances because it's got these two really powerful engines. It's very good for zoom and boom tactics, where you come down from a height onto someone, you lock onto them, and you basically strafe them as you go past. Don't bother trying to chase anyone, don't bother trying to outturn anyone, but I'll get onto that as soon as quickly and show you those tactics. The second Beaufighter, the Mark 10, is more of a ground attack. You can get the torpedo again, but it also has rockets for ground attack. Now, the main difference between the Mark 10 and the Mark 6, the Mark 6 is more maneuverable, faster, only has 4 cannons and the torpedo potentially if you take the torpedo. The Mark 10 has those 4 cannons again, but it also has 6 machine guns, 2 in the left wing, 4 in the right wing, and it can also take the torpedoes, but you can also get rockets if you choose to. Now, I haven't actually unlocked any of the multi-purpose ammunition for the second Beaufighter because I haven't actually had a chance to use it yet. However, what I would suggest doing is possibly going for stealth attack ammunition, but it really depends. Basically, you want to have the high explosive fragmentation rounds because they do a lot more damage to aircraft. Armor piercing is more for ground attack. So in this case, you have 1 or 2 high explosive shots, then you have a high explosive fragmentation shell, then you have a armor piercing incendiary shell, and then an AP shell. That's basically what the belt is. Every 5 shots, that's the order that they go in. It's kind of difficult to understand, and I can see why a lot of people have trouble with it, but basically I don't know, I'll get around to doing it eventually, but basically you can kind of work it out here. You can see it says HEFI, HEF, SAPI, AP. And then that refers to these things here, and it basically tells you what order they are in the rack. And I think you have 400 bullets, so every 5 bullets for those 400 bullets will be in that order in terms of damaging shells. So anyway, I'm sure you are all very much interested in that, but let's get into a battle. I have just been chatting for a little while, and I'm sure you just want to see this baby in action. Now, I did used to have decals on this in my British planes video that I did, which actually turned out to be quite popular. But anyway, I took them off in the end because I got bored of them, and I like just the general look of the aircraft anyway. Gonna keep the fuel amount as low as I can, although it is still 1 hour. Even though this battle only lasts half an hour, it kind of seems a bit silly. I'm going to actually keep the torpedo on for this battle, because the enemies do have boats which I can use the torpedo on. So I'll show you how to take out enemies with the torpedo. Hopefully I won't get killed too easily, but we'll see. We're on Wake Island once again. Hang on, I just need to change my controls. For some reason they've changed again. I don't know why that is. I need to take off the... Let's go into here. Increase value, I need shift. Okay, that's not right. I need to take it off here. Basically, I reset my controls for some reason, and it did not work. Which wasn't good. There we go, that's better. That's better. Basically, I've got W for pointing my plane down, and S for pulling it up, and then I've got Shift for my boost, and Control for turning the engine down, and then A and D for rolling. You can see this plane rolls pretty well, and it can, basically what you want to do if you want to chase someone is you want to roll towards them. It doesn't auto roll very well, so you have to get used to that. Anyway, when you're going very, very fast, this thing can't turn at all, so you need to line up your shots really, really well. Anyway, for now, I'm literally just going to go sky high and take out some of these boats before heading on to these fighters below me. I don't really want fighters on my arse because I can't outturn a fighter. So basically, what happens if they do manage to catch on to me is I'll literally just dive and go really, really, really fast, and hopefully they won't be able to catch me. But it looks like this Yak 90 is going to get a nice shot under my belly if I'm not careful, which would not be ideal. And that didn't end very well, did it? That was like one shot. It's ridiculous. Let's just drop this torpedo and see where it goes. You know what would be really funny is if that torpedo actually hit something, once it hit the water. But that's such disappointment. I'm not even kidding. Why? Why did they have to do that? Anyway, it looks like you get less fuel with the Beaufighter Mark 10. Wow. Okay, so basically what I'm probably going to do is if I actually run out of planes, then I hope that guy's not talking to me. But anyway, in the chat, that is. Basically, I will go into another game and I'll cut in the Beaufighter footage so you can see how they perform. Because at the moment that was just terrible. Right, we can't chase onto the Hurricane there because we just can't outturn him. We possibly could in fact, but I wouldn't recommend it because you just slow down so much and you will die eventually. Like if he turns onto me now, then I'm dead basically. So I'm just gonna pull away from that. And he can always turn back on my ass, but I'll be too fast. I hope. You see I'm pulling away from the Typhoon, who has no chance of catching me. Anyway, we're more likely to kill another Beaufighter, so I'm going to try and go for this guy. If I can get up there. But I doubt I'll be able to. The thing that's really annoying about the Beaufighter, however, is that it doesn't actually come with a pilot view, which is kind of frustrating. Now, this is kind of an even battle, but I'm still not keen on flying like this in sort of like a dogfighting style, because as you can see, it's allowed another plane to get behind me. Now this guy's doing a really good job of irregular flying. Basically, you never want to be predictable when you're flying in the air. And basically by wiggling backwards and forwards like this, going up and down, it's really hard to choose that. And then if you go up for longer than you go down for one time, then it can be really, really frustrating to fire against. Anyway, it looks like we've got this Typhoon on our ass. Now I'm not really sure how I'm going to try and get this guy off the tail, but let's go for a rolly loop. No, that didn't really work. He's still there. Okay, let's just jump on the back tail. And I can't pull up, basically. Yeah, that's how not to fly a Beaufighter, unfortunately. So, what I'm going to do is I'll move on to another battle. Hopefully, I'll be able to demonstrate it better. Okay, so here we are back into another game. I did actually quit out of the other one for the sake of the video, just so that I could get the footage, but there is no sea targets in this, so I'm going to be going ahead and taking off the torpedo and flying without one, which kind of makes you a bit faster, I believe, and slightly more maneuverable. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and do what it was going to do before, which was just get up high and dive down onto people. Unfortunately, the Yak-9T just destroyed my wing the first time over with a 37mm cannon, which is not ideal. I wouldn't say the Beaufighter is supremely strong. It will die to cannon shots, but I don't know, you just, like with the Beaufighter Mark 10 I was using, you never want to get into that dogfighting scenario, because as soon as you do get a enemy fighter on your tail, you're dead. There is literally nothing you can do about it with the Beaufighter. As soon as you lose momentum, you're pretty much an easy kill, as long as they can aim, basically. Now there's a Beaufighter down here. He's going for some kills. I'm tempted to lock onto this MC, but you can see just how fast I'm going. I'm not sure if this will be ideal, but this MC-200's actually turned away from me, so that's gonna give me a good chance to kill him, unless he does that, which was a good move from him. Basically, I don't know if that was intentional or not, but he basically, fuck, we got an air cobra on our ass. He basically turned away towards me, and then that basically left me no room to maneuver. I've still got the air cobra on my ass. I'm not really going to be able to outturn him, but we can always go for the kills onto planes in front of us. Now that was an easy kill because that was an I-15 biplane, but basically I want to try and avoid all these fires as much as possible. Now, what's really good about the Beaufighter is that it just is so good at taking down bombers and other attack aircraft. Now the Air Cobra is still there. I've actually managed to get 2 kills in the meantime though, but you can see his cannon is so close to mine. My left engine is out, and the MC-200 is still hanging about. So what I'm going to try and do is get this baby back to the airfield. I'm not sure if that's actually going to happen though, as this guy is continuously on my ass. I think my gun is actually dead, that's why he's not firing, if you're wondering. And yeah, well, this guy's probably going to overtake me at some point, or you know, just ram me. That will do. And I actually got minus points for that. Why did I get minus points? I know I crashed into a friendly ground unit, but come on, he fucking rammed me. Now, I don't normally swear, but that was kind of frustrating there. Oh, wow. I'm sorry, guys. I should be doing a lot better. But Honestly, I don't know what they've done to the Beaufighter. It used to be really good. The cannons are powerful. I have got a couple of kills, but it just seemed, I don't know, like, I don't know. Anyway, the Beaufighter is good. As long as you get like a half decent game and you don't get air cobras on your ass. Air cobras are probably your worst nightmare actually, frustratingly, because basically they go just as fast as you and they are that fighter that you don't want on your tail. So they're like both, and they just hurt. They have a really good cannon, and yeah, you can't really outmaneuver them. You just have to be lucky and shoot them down with your tail gunner probably. I did kind of outmaneuver the other one and managed to get a couple of kills out of it, but it's normally quite unlikely, and I don't have a clue what I'm doing now. Basically, I don't want to get the Spitfire on my ass, and I nearly just let him, but he didn't notice me go past him, so that's alright. Anyway, as long as I keep my speed up, then I'll be fine. I was doing about 600 kilometers per hour then. That's why you got the little engine noise come up. But basically, I'm using that speed to just get up high again, and then as soon as I go about 260 or 250, something like that, then I'll just turn around completely, and then I can start to dive again towards someone, and I'll speed up really loads, and I'll be able to kill them. Now there's another I-15 down there. I feel a bit sorry for him, because I have a feeling I'm going to kill him again, but we'll see what else is about. And we'll pick on someone else our own size, or own rank, should I say. Now the P-39, I'm not sure if he's going to head towards me. He possibly will. If he does, he's probably going to die. But I have a feeling I'm actually going to hit... Well, I actually hit my own teammate, I think, a bit there. For the P-39, I critical hit him. Looks like he's going into... Yeah, there we go. We got the kill. We got the kill. Good job. Good job. Okay, let's move on. We've got an F4F travelling away from us. I believe that's a Corsair or a Hellcat. Anyway, we're coming down very, very fast. And if he's not careful and he doesn't turn into me, then I'm going to destroy his ass. Okay, well, I'm going to have to pull up. Holy crap. And I actually got the kill on that. I think that's because he accidentally ran the other guy, not because I did enough damage to make him crash. But there we go. Somebody peppering him on the ground, poor guy. Let's go after this lag 3. Now this is more like it. We're on about 4 kills, and I've still got a few planes left. Unfortunately, there I couldn't really turn onto that guy. So let's see if this poor I-15 will survive. Let's see. So I'm trying to anticipate his turn, but unfortunately, because the Beaufighter's not very maneuverable, especially against the biplane. He actually managed to outturn me there without taking too much damage, luckily for him. But there we go. We can probably do a nice loopy and come down on his ass. Nope, don't need to. So we're going to turn out of that. Now we're a little bit higher. We lost a lot of speed from that though, but I wanted to keep my height. Height's always an issue with the Beaufighter. You always want to be reasonably high in the air, unless you're diving onto someone on purpose. Now this is a King Cobra down here. Now if I can get fast enough, I can catch onto his tail, and he shouldn't be able to outturn me, but it looks like he's going to go straight onto me. Yep, and like I said, he's a King Cobra. Now I can probably just do a loop and come back round onto him, and then catch up on that speed again. But it looks like he just died. So that's alright, I guess. That P40 Kitty Hawk just shoot down a King Cobra. Nicely done. Alright, let's move on anyway. We're going to try and grab some height, and we may possibly turn back round onto this IL-2 if he doesn't fancy my ass first. So we're going to do a nice loop-de-loop, and we're going to turn it a bit. Ugh, the camera's being dodgy. And come down directly on top of him. Should be able to pick up more than enough speed to catch him out. Depends whether he turns into me again. Well, it looks like he did turn into me, but whether he's going to turn away from me and into my bullets is a different matter. Nope. Doesn't matter, as he's going to get away from that. Seems. Actually, it looks like I'm going to be able to pull around on him, so that's why I'm doing that now. If I can get a shot now. Nope. Unfortunately, I couldn't get that kill. Now, I don't want to hang around, like I was saying before. You don't want to get into sort of like a fighter style. You want to always be sort of moving away from the enemy at a fast speed. Oh, okay. Well, he got shot down by the kitty hawk before I had the chance to shoot him. I did manage to get a hit, but it doesn't count towards a kill, so no assist there. Let's see what enemies down there. We've got a heavy tank down there. I don't think I have the bullets to take that out. So we're going to move on to another plane. Possibly the Typhoon if he puts out his fire, but it looks like he's dead. And BF-109 maybe into this A6M2. Nope, looks like they're both going to crash into the cliff. As you do. Okay, let's swap enemy vehicles are on the ground. Let's see if we can actually damage one of these heavy tanks. I'd be surprised if we could, because we have HE ammo, but there we go. Yeah, looks like all our bullets are bouncing off it. Never mind. So, where's the enemy? We've got a bomber directly above us, a Wellington. We've got a Yak 1 behind. I don't want to hang around for that. And we actually have a lot of enemies now coming over the peak, so I'm going to get up into the air once again. Now this is going a lot better than it was in the first game, so that's good. It gives us a decent look at this plane. I honestly enjoy playing it. It's one of those planes that's really satisfying when you get a kill, because you have to be really accurate to be good with it. Like a lot of zoom and boom fighters, you have to be accurate, or you will just miss, and then you'll fly past them. You'll come back round, you'll miss, and you go past them, and it's just not fun. It's not like the Japanese planes where you can just stick on someone's arse forever and then eventually get the kill. You have to hit your bullets to get the kill with any of the fighters that use speed, basically. Now that was basically me trying to get some luck kill there, but BF-110 is still flying in a straight direction, so I'm going to actually come around and use that to my advantage. As I say that, he actually turns around and is going for the Yak 7, but unfortunately straight into my cannons, which didn't seem to do anything. Unfortunately. Now, oh my god, where is he going? Now, he's using a BF-110 very badly, in the respect that he's going so slow that he can't actually do anything. That is not how you use a BF-110, and that's what was confusing me. I was expecting him to use it like a BF-110, but he didn't. Now here's the reason why you use a Beaufighter Zoom and Boom, because like there, the Spitfire only has one engine, and he couldn't keep up with my two engines as I headed up into the sky. He probably didn't even have momentum anyway, so with that I could just outrun him, and now I can come back round and try and shoot him down again. Now I'm sure there is better ways to play the Beaufighter, but for me this is how I've always played it, and I don't know what else you could really do to make this good. It seems like just one of those fighters, well, an attack plane where you just have to use your speed as much as you can. It looks like we just won there. Let's see if we can get a final kill into SU2, but no, he pulled away, unfortunately. Now we did get 4 kills in that, and hopefully that was an insightful way to play the Beaufighter. Honestly, I would say it's quite a hard plane to use at the moment. I have been maxing G-force recently so that I don't black out onto the dives where I'm going really fast and I need to pull up. But yeah, there you go. Beaufighter, very, very powerful, but you need to be accurate. Use your speed. You got 2 engines for a reason, and it also comes with the torpedo, which can be useful for taking out ships, as much as I didn't show how that useful it was in the first battle. But hopefully you guys can forgive me for that, and hopefully you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.